Hello and welcome back to another video review. I'm the techgooch. This is back to another connected car device. Now, a while back I actually did a connected car or a vehicle tracker, a portable tracker. This is kind of in that same realm. Essentially, this is the Carlock. It's a little device that you plug into your onboard diagnostic port on your vehicle. It's usually underneath the steering column on your vehicle. And it will not only track your location of your vehicle, so you can see where your vehicle is, track where it's been. It'll keep in your app, in the app that you can actually see the trips that you have taken, and so it kind of keeps a running tally of everything. I don't really use it so much for that, but it is nice and handy to see. I've actually gone back to it to see. When did I go to the store? It'll tell you the exact time that you actually drove there and back. It'll kind of keep a running tally of how many miles you've done per month, or actually, I think it tells me how many miles I've done since I've plugged it into my vehicle for sure. It gives you a driver score based on your driving habits, acceleration and braking, things like that. But on top of that, for like teen drivers, you can actually have it alert your phone if your vehicle was all of a sudden heavily accelerated or heavily braked. So usually that's happening when something shouldn't be happening, like maybe an accident or accident avoidance. Things like that. So you can do that. Obviously, it'll tell you where you are, where you parked, so you can always see the location of your vehicle, at least within a specific radius, because if it's in a building like mine's in the garage, it has an idea where my vehicle is within a block or so because of the GPS signal or the cell phone signal with the GPS signal. So it works really good there. And then the other thing that it can track as well through that onboard diagnostic port is your battery level, because it is pulling juice off your battery to power itself. It knows how many volts or amps, or basically volts, that are coming off your battery, so it knows how healthy it is. And so you can kind of keep track of your battery. You can actually have it set up to alert you if you have a low battery. You can get alerts for, like I said, the heavy braking or heavy acceleration, things like that. And I'll show you that in the app. And I'm actually going to show you the device as well, because it is plugged into my vehicle. But it is pretty cool, and I definitely want to get in to actually show you the device. But before I do that, it's really simple on how it came packaged. The device was in here, and then it has an activation card on the back here. Actually, it has your activation number, my serial number. I'm going to keep that there. And then the instruction itself. So essentially, activate it, right? Once you go through the activation process, then plug it into your car. And work your way from there. If you don't get it activated properly, it kind of gives you troubleshooting hits and make sure that everything is done properly. Essentially, that's all that's going to come with it, because it's everything else is basically in the app, and once you do this, you'll put the box, or you'll throw the box away, or you put it away somewhere. So yeah, let me show you the device in my vehicle, and we'll kind of go from there, and then we'll go into the app. Alright, so this is going to look a little different from your vehicle because of the fact that I actually have a brake controller right here, which was just put in the wrong location. It is right in front of my onboard diagnostic port, but I took out said brake controller and I plugged it in. So you can see the car lock. I'm actually unplug it to show you how it plugs in again. There we go. That's all it is. I mean, it's just a simple device that you plug in. If I had it set for an alert, obviously if it lost power like it did here, it would have sent me an alert. I do not have it set up for that right now because I don't necessarily need that set up for that. But essentially you plug it in like that, and then once it boots itself back up, and it'll be good to go. Usually on the first time, you're actually supposed to plug it in and then take it for a drive. So that's what it looks like, and that's where it plugs in. Your port may be in a slightly different location than this, but it's just that port that looks like that. It can only plug into that port, so pretty simple. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and open up the Carlock app, which I just looked up for Carlock. There we go. And it's going to tell me information of where my vehicle approximately is. It's going to be not the most accurate right now because it is in garage, but there we are. Then, if I go into my statistics, which is a little speedometer down here, it'll tell me information about my vehicle or about my thing. So my Jeep Liberty, I have a driver score of 100 because I drive without slamming on my gas and slamming on everything. So far with the Carlock, I've actually driven over 200 miles with it in my testing of it. There you can see the battery voltage dropped off when I unplugged the dang thing from the vehicle just a short bit ago when I actually showed you that. Right now it has 8 GPS satellites. It is rebooting and it is in a garage, so it's going to have a hard time locking on a whole bunch of satellites, but usually I have about 12 or so that I'm locked onto. And in terms of this guy, I can actually go into my log. Log will actually tell me places I've traveled to. So let's go into one of these real quick. It'll actually show a map of where I went. So trip start, trip end. It'll tell me the time and location and day and everything. And then obviously on the map, A to B, right? And that's essentially what it is for all of these guys. Every single one of these is specifically a trip. Whether it's from my house or from another house or from a business or whichever, every time I turn the vehicle on and go and stop, it'll actually put out a different, it'll make a different trip. I can put on the scheduling to lock the vehicle. So schedule on this day, I'm not going to be driving, or like if I hit that day, there we go, locked at 3 o'clock or whatever on Thursday. So I can change that and unlock it at any time. So this is the kind of the neat scheduling system. If I go into settings, I can actually have SMS or call notification, especially like signal loss. So when I unplugged it from my vehicle and it lost power, obviously it's going to have signal loss. And so if like for instance, I wanted to know if somebody actually unplugged it from my vehicle, boom, I can actually turn that on. I do not have that currently, but I can get locked. Right now I have it set so like if I have, let's see, vibration or auto lock, if it is monitoring is enabled or disabled. If enabled, you will be notified of auto lock monitoring is able. So you can get all these different things. Harsh driving. Right now. I'm set to receive notifications if it's slammed on the brakes or the accelerator. So things like that you can actually do. And then profile is the information on me, and which I'm not going to go into. The profile also does have information on when your membership ends. When you buy this guy, you do get 1 month of free service, and then you can actually purchase more. So that's the Carlock. On the website, or if you actually log into the web portal, which is just my.carlock.co, you can see all the information that I showed you in the app. There are a few more things that you can go in there, specifically with your subscription. That's if you want to actually change your subscription for the actual information that you get and purchase call credits versus SMS credits. Push notifications are free, so you can get them on your phone that actually has the app on it. But you can actually be phone called, and that's where you kind of saw that in there when I was looking at the app. Those aren't actually included, but you can go in there and buy credits. 1 year subscription to this guy is $113, and Carlock monthly plan is $9.60 per month. So for peace of mind, it's definitely a highly recommended thing to look into at least. It's a pretty neat device. It works really good, and it's nice and small. That's probably my favorite part about it. I will say that I don't notice it down there at all, to be honest. Obviously, in my vehicle, it does stick out a little bit. On other vehicles, it won't. It'll actually kind of be tucked up underneath, so people wouldn't actually know it was there unless they looked underneath at the diagnostic port. But pretty awesome device, to be honest. It works really, really well. Since I plugged it in, I haven't really thought of it. I can see the location of my vehicle. I can get notifications if something's going on. So I would highly recommend checking it out. I will post a link directly to these guys in the top of the description, as well as where you can purchase it on Amazon. If you purchase through Amazon, through my link, you are supporting the show, and I highly appreciate that. But definitely check them out, because they're definitely worth a look, and especially if you have a teenage driver. So obviously when my daughter gets old enough where she's starting to driving, no doubt is this going to be in the vehicle that she'll be driving, because I want to know where the vehicle is. I'm not so much of a person that needs to know where the vehicle is, but it is nice to know where the vehicle is, right? So I have the tracker in my wife's car. No, I don't really spy on her. I don't really, where's she at now? But I do get actually a notification when she's on her way home. So it is nice. Oh, okay, she's on her way home, so I can start supper, right? Things like that. That's how I use it. I'm not so much a peeping person or whatever, but it is nice, and especially with kids, it's fantastic. So check it out. If you have any questions or comments, post those below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it, and yeah, you get information on all the new ones. If you have any recommendations for me for future videos, go over to thetechgooch.com. Let me know through there. Otherwise, social media, techgooch, and we will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys.